Welcome to the Spaulding Stroke Research and Recovery Institute Talk Series. Have you ever felt overwhelmed, exhausted, stressed while taking care of an injured or ill loved one? Have you ever felt as if you have nowhere to go? Well, this may be what we call caregiver fatigue. Today we have with us Karen Potter, who's a clinical social worker at Spaulding. She's going to talk a little bit about what is caregiver fatigue and what do you do to prevent it. Thank you for joining us today, Karen.
Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure.
Would you mind telling us what is caregiver fatigue?
Caregiver fatigue is when the needs of the caregiver seem to fall behind getting met for the needs of the patient. And it can really lead to the caregiver feeling overwhelmed, shutting down, and even developing symptoms that are pretty serious.
Have you seen families go through caregiver fatigue or caregiver burnout?
I have. The focus becomes so much on the patient after having a stroke or other serious illness that people forget their own needs and start to develop some symptoms of caregiver fatigue.
And what are some of those symptoms?
Some of the symptoms are physical, where caregivers might find themselves feeling actually fatigued, physically fatigued, but having changes in their appetite, changes in their sleep patterns, and then some of them are emotional, and the emotions can range from anything from numbness to intense sadness and feeling like they have to shut down.
So what do you tell families that are going through something like this?
Well, I tell them first of all that they are in an unusual situation and that it's almost like a grieving process. Their life has changed suddenly and dramatically. The relationship that they have with their loved one has been changed, and really they need to be kind to themselves. Take some time and pace themselves, figure out that this is something that the recovery process may be a long one, and they need to focus some of that energy that they've been focusing towards the patient on themselves so that they can be present for the long run.
Those are good things. So what recommendations would you have for a loved one or a caregiver that's experiencing caregiver fatigue?
So I would invite a caregiver to really connect with the team that is taking care of their loved one, but also including the social worker, and really sit down and almost make a list of what are the priorities. And the lower priority things, maybe those things don't get done. And tasks that can be outsourced to other family members, because other family members are usually looking for something to do. So it's really helpful if you can say, for example, oh gee, if somebody could walk my dog for me, that would be wonderful, and then I could spend more of my energy on being here at the hospital.
I like that. I like that suggestion. Thinking about what your tasks are, prioritizing, and helping your network to help you.
Yes, it's very important.
So what other resources at Spaulding could families use?
So we do have a weekly family stroke discussion group, which is open to any family member or friend of a current inpatient. We also have a stroke support group that's once a week. And we also have brain injury family supports as well.
Are there any resources outside of the Spaulding network that you would recommend?
I would recommend people looking into their local elder service. as well as the Brain Injury Association of Massachusetts and the National Stroke Association. Those websites have links to their local support groups, as well as some helpful online information and tips.
Thank you so much, Karen, for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Thank you for watching. And as we learned, don't isolate yourself. This is part of the recovery process. Take care of your needs, prioritize your task, and get people from the outside to help you with that. If you have any questions, feel free to email us or visit our website. Thank you.